Hi, and welcome to the well. In this pick a card type of reading we have today, we are going to be talking on transformation and the pull into the collective energy of being our highest and greatest good and how we can best represent that within the collective. In this reading, each card will get its very own penny. And before we flip the cards, we're going to hold on to an intention and toss into the well together that intention or blessing that you want to set for yourself. That can be about the reading, it can be about anything you want, but we will do that together, and I'm going to send blessings into that with you as well. So if you've never done a pick a card reading before, pretty simply, if you feel drawn to any of the piles below, you can pick maybe one or two, or you can listen to all and then decide after. Or if you feel drawn to a certain color, there's a blue, yellow, purple, and green butterfly. Or you can pick from piles 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you want to ask assistance from your guides, or if you want to call in your higher self to see which might resonate for you, you can do that as well. Give yourself, a second to pause the video if you need. Don't rush into it, really feel into it, because this is going to be all about transformation and what your heart center within the collective is trying to offer you at this time as transformation or from your best and highest self. So if you'd like to pause the video now, please do so, and then we can continue. Hi, Pile 1. You have chosen the blue butterfly, which is so super beautiful. I already feel from that choice a sense of calming, a sense of renewal, even though, yes, it is a butterfly, and we know all about butterflies of being transformative and birthing anew, but this really feels like the essence of being in the right place at the right time in divine timing and knowing your truth. But it feels so new, almost as if, I feel like I have to say, if you have chosen this pile, you definitely, it feels like you're new to spiritual awakening. Like maybe you're going through a spiritual awakening right now, or it's something that is kind of new in your realm, and something maybe that you're just now studying up on, or something that you're reading or you've been hearing a lot about. Or again, if you've chosen this pile, it seems like there is an essence of you really being able to tap into a version of yourself that is new, that you haven't quite met before, which is really beautiful. So congratulations on doing the work and getting to this point, because it is a journey and you are doing it so well, so beautifully. Just be really calm and gentle with yourself. But I feel really excited for you, because this feels super new, super something that you have been waiting for. So congratulate yourself. And as promised, we're going to take a moment to sit with an intention or a blessing, or even if you just want to make a wish, we're going to toss it into the well together. I really want you to open yourself up to any amount of possibility that you could ever imagine, because this is really an opportunity for you to ask for whatever it is that you want. But the key thing here is to remember that the beauty of the well is that it does grant you blessings, but only if you believe that you can have them. And that's a really solid symbol for you right now, including the message of what I received from the blue butterfly. So if you would like, I'm gonna give a blessing and put some intention behind this as well, so that you receive whatever it is that you want clarity to receive as well, so that you can be clear in what you wish for and what you're setting the intention to. I'll give you a few moments, and then we're going to toss it into the well together. Okay, here we go. All right, and so it is. Let's get into the cards. So I have a few decks here, and we're going to talk all about them. But again, I have not seen any of these yet, so let's see what we have to unfold. So we have Heart Chakra, White Rose of Hope, and Cultivating Prosperity. Yeah, so this is, it definitely feels, again, I have to say, pile number one, Blue Butterfly, that this is absolutely a new resonance for you. Something that has completely shifted in order for you to get here has had to happen so that you can see that it was all worth it. It definitely feels like somebody who is new to a spiritual awakening, somebody who has just now entered into a space of understanding themselves in a greater, bigger purpose within the whole and the collective. And again, what we're speaking to here is the heart chakra. This is the Psychic Heart Tarot. And this speaks all to what the heart center, specifically within the collective, wants us to know. And the fact that you have heart chakra speaks all to really understanding that there is a bigger picture, that there is more to this that meets the eye. It's kind of like you've been able to kind of see beyond the veil for once, and you're like, wow, look at this bright, new, beautiful life that I have ahead of me. What all was that worrying for? What all was that confusion and being all in my head? It wasn't because pain was trying to be inflicted upon me. Rather, there was a reason behind it, and I see it now, and I feel at peace, and I feel like I have a purpose. And I truly, truly feel that for you, this goes in line with that new sense of peace and calm within. So we're speaking to hope here. And specifically, white roses mean peace, tranquility, purity. So there has been a cleansing, there has been a renewal, there has been something that has really moved through you in order to be able to be where you are now. Because again, here you are, you've planted the seeds, you've done all of the work, and now those plants are growing, right? You had to do the work in order to get those seeds in the ground. The sun had to be able to shine in order for those to be able to reach up and feel the nutrients from the sun. The rain had to come, right? You have been doing the work, and now you get to see this beautiful growth and the process happening before you. I really want to again mention that because this is so new, you have to be gentle with yourself, and you have to continue to allow. You've done the work, but it's never completely done. And through this process, this new sense of what awakening feels like for you, you really have to be gentle with yourself, and not saying like you're fragile or you are weak at all. This is saying, I am strong enough to understand that there's a time and place for the pain. There's a time and place for excitement and the beauty to really resound within you, for you to do the shadow work, but then also to come back into the light, to understand that there's an equanimity between all things. There's duality and there's polarity and all of these things that seemed so confusing before. I really feel like there's been so much clarity around everything that you have been cultivating for yourself. And truly, this is a symbol that you've done the work. Now just take a breather, tap into that empathy within yourself, but know that you have yourself and that you are supported. I wanted to keep all of these messages super short, super to the point, so that you can really sit with the understanding that you have for the transformations that are for your highest and greatest good at this time, because we really are moving into a space as a collective, a very heart-centered truth within the collective. So people are speaking from the heart center. People are acting from the heart center. There's no more reactive, unnecessary actions taking place. It's from I'm reserving whatever I need to say because of compassion, or because I understand and have empathy and sympathy for the world as a whole. And I think you've really touched on that understanding for yourself and the collective here recently. So this is truly, again, blue butterfly, pile number 1. This is truly a very symbolic representation of what journey you are on and what you've been transforming. So again, really hold on to that intention that you tossed into the well earlier, and I really hope that everything is going well for you. And I know it's going well for you. You have that understanding for yourself, and I'm really happy that you've pulled this deck. So I'm going to send that off with you there, and thank you for tuning in. If you would like to listen to any of the other cards, that's totally up to you, but I feel like that is a lasting impression for you as well. So blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye. Hi, pile 2. If you have chosen this beautiful yellow butterfly, this is going to be your message. Before we get into it, again, I want to mention that we are going to hold an intention for you. As you hold an intention, what you want to put blessings upon in your life at this time, we're going to process that for a few moments, and then together we're going to toss it into the well. Before you do that, just keep in mind that symbolically, a well is a placeholder for tossing in intention and blessings for what you want to cultivate in your life. And the only way a well can grant you what you want is if you believe wholeheartedly that that thing will come true for you, and that you deserve every ounce of blessing, anything you want to come true in your life, because you deserve it. So again, I'm going to hold this for just a few moments, give you some time to intentionalize and set your wish, and then we're going to toss it into the well together. Okay. And so it is. All right. Yellow butterfly. Let's see what the cards have for you. We have believe and succeed, renewing your life, and the observer. Pile number 2. I feel I have to mention the term deserving really is coming into play here. Specifically, when I mentioned that, holding on to the penny before we tossed it into the well, I think there is an essence of, I'm just getting an overwhelming sense that I need to cry. Sorry, one second. Pile number 2. You are deserving. You're deserving, my love. Oh, I'm getting so teary-eyed. Oh, Pile number 2. Sweet pile number 2. You're so deserving. It is definitely time for you to understand that life is moving in the direction that is intended for you. You are intended to have beauty and love and be able to experience all of that. You are no longer intended to be the outsider, my dear. Please breathe with me for a moment. You are so deserving. You are so deserving. And it is your time. You have definitely spent a good portion of your life looking from the outside. And I just keep hearing, like, when is it my time? When am I going to be able to receive? And this is the time for you to own that you are deserving. The universe, the divine spirit, your higher self is always supporting you and guiding you to everything that you need. This is the sign, this is your sign that you really need to let go, push out, shove the fuck out, pardon my language, but shove the fuck out everything you no longer need in your life. It's not worth it anymore. You're headed towards this. You have to believe. You have to believe that there is a brighter light for you. And there is. There truly is. You're literally on a boat heading that way. But again, you're moving through these storms. And sometimes that's the only way through, right? You have to go through the storm to get through the fog, through the pain, through the hurt. This has the energy of number 6, right? So balance is coming into play here. The equal receive and give. It's no longer sacrificing yourself for others. This is, I'm taking back control of who I know myself to be, which is deserving and light. There's so much light here. There's so much beauty here. You have yellow. Yellow speaks to youth, but it speaks to joy, renewal, happiness. This speaks also to fruition. And to me, it just feels, again, the youth thing. And I say that more so like a childlike essence of possibilities and excitement and getting to connect to people, that are like you and feeling supported in that. But you have to release what no longer serves you. And I mean, literally kicking it out the door. This, I feel like for some of you, is literally getting somebody out of your life. This feels like a toxic relationship, and I don't mean to be triggering or say words like that are kind of in the mind rather than this magical, mystical experience. But to bring clarity to it, sometimes people can bring toxicity into your life because it's not meant for you. It's not right for you. And it feels that way. It feels toxic. They might not be a toxic person, but you together is saying that this relationship or this, whatever this is not right for you. And I see literally an opening of the door and somebody getting the boot and kicking them out and saying, and locking the door behind them and saying, this is no more. No more am I going to be put. I also am getting a vision of somebody being put in a closet. either, this is just awful. And again, this is just this card, this pile, it feels like there's a lot of things that I'm trying to watch my triggers for, but I also feel like it's kind of the only message that you will be able to receive so that you understand. And not saying that you can't understand either other way. I'm just saying this is the time that you really need to stand your ground and say no more. I literally am getting a vision of like somebody locking themselves in a closet or somebody being put in a closet against their own will. And that could be absolutely a metaphor. But it is time that you no longer, because at the end of the day, you allowed that person in your sphere. You allow that energy in your mental sphere. And it's time that that needs to get out, because this is where you're headed, right? Pile number 2. I am supporting you, my love. You deserve everything that you want and how you want to feel and the blessings that are coming for you. You just have to believe that they are coming for you. Changing your way of thinking, changing your way of being. It took her a lot to pack that fucking box, because that is a huge box, right? In order for it to be pushed off that hill, cliff, mountaintop, she had to pack that box, push it all the way to the edge from wherever she was at, knowing it was full of shit, and push it with all of her will over that mountaintop. That was effort, right? That was such a journey, right? But now she gets to look over the edge at all of the beautiful sky, everything that's coming to her, walk back knowing that there's not a huge clusterfuck of shit at the house waiting for her, right? I feel that there is also somebody coming in that is going to be kind of like a way shower for you, because you've been doing it for so long. You just have to accept that that's no longer your role at this time. You're transforming that. These cards are all about transformation. We're speaking to the butterfly. We're speaking to the heart center within the collective and how we are represented in that. Our higher self is speaking to us through this right now. These are the cards that I pulled for a reason. These not specifically, I haven't ever seen these before. When I shuffled, I don't see the cards before is what I'm trying to say. But this is impactful for you and something I absolutely want you to sit with. And I know that you've been sitting with, but really take this as your message. This is a sign for you, my dear, to leave whatever mental sphere you're in and move forward into the belief that you are everything you need. You have everything you need. You are successful. And beauty is coming to you. After she kicked that out, she just gets to look at everything that she's dreamt up and see it coming for her. She sees that trajectory for her. She's made the wishes, she's done the work, and now she gets to really see the beauty coming for her in her life. So, sit with the intention that you threw into the well. I'm sure it was really, really powerful. Know that that thing is coming true. Again, the big word here is believe. And yeah, I'm just sending you all of my blessings, my love. I wish I could hug you, and I'm hugging you energetically. I hope you feel it. I'm going to leave that with you. Pile number 2, yellow butterfly. You are so beautiful. You are so deserving. And I know that great things are coming for you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you have chosen this pile, you may have chosen because of this pretty pink and purpley looking sparkly butterfly. And yeah, we're gonna dive into the cards in just a moment, but like promised, we're going to throw a penny into the well here. I want you to sit with an intention, a blessing or a wish, or any energy of all 3, so that whatever you want can be processed through. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden with your card, with your pile, but maybe that's symbolic for something. But essentially what I'm trying to say is hold an intention. We're going to sit for a few moments and then toss together the penny into the well. As you sit with it, I'm also going to sit with the intention that you are receiving, and you're going to receive everything that you want and deserve. So I'll give you a few moments here, and then we're going to toss it in together. Oh, and one more thing, because we know that throwing things into a well isn't necessarily the act of granting our wishes. It's the belief that those things are coming to us and that they will come to fruition. So again, we're going to sit for a moment and then do it together. Okay, pile 3. And so it is. All right, let's get into the cards. Oh, you actually, you're the first deck that got 3 of these Psychic Heart Tarot cards. I think I'm going to pull this one first, so let's see what's going on here. Healing the past. Let's move this one over here. We have Red Garden. Wow, that's a beautiful card. I've never seen that one before. That's so beautiful. Whew. We have Detach. Number 11. We have Reach Out. And we have Shine. Move these over for us. Wow, pile number 3. Purple Butterfly. Wow, 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 wow. This feels deep, like ancestral deep, like healing past versions of ourselves deep, especially with this healing the past card, right? I feel like all of a sudden kind of nauseous, or like something's wanting, like even symbolically right now, right? I was stumbling on the penny, holding the penny, stumbling on trying to get my words out. Something is, I feel, I was mentioning too, just trying to mention, oh my words, my goodness, you guys. I'm trying to say that I feel my throat chakra being activated, but in the way of like it feeling like it was blocked before. Something needing to be spoken up upon. Something, it feels like, wow, pile 3, you guys really need to ground yourselves. Really need to ground yourselves. Let's do that together for a moment. And what I mean by that is just really quickly, if we can get an image of earth, the dirt. Think of these two right here, just looking at the images without the words. Let's just breathe into nature and earth and the dirt and the soil and the richness that this is. Bring yourself back into Mother Gaia. Bring yourself back into your truest nature, to your truest being. You guys really need to ground yourself. There's really a necessity to do that earthing, walking barefoot. You guys have been in a mental sphere for almost too long at this point right now. I'm sorry, not trying to be so dramatic right now, but like, you guys need to ground. And I know it sounds maybe like, it doesn't sound like, if you've never grounded before, if you don't know what I mean by that, it really is about visualizing yourself as part of the earth once again, because that is our originating essence. It feels like, also I have to say, this pile feels like a little bit of going on too many psychedelic journeys and not integrating, and that can be super damaging. I truthfully feel that psychedelic journeys are intended for opportunities to heal and really get back to the essence of ourselves. And it seems like pile number 3, you guys have not been integrating and continuing to take those journeys. And if it's not a psychedelic journey and you don't necessarily know what I'm talking about there, this also can feel like you've been helping so many other people, and it's ultimately caused you to forget about yourself. And you really have been having a moment of misinterpreting messages. It almost, I'm feeling the energy that's coming through like negative synchronicities, where it's almost like wishful thinking, where we're not, it's like an empty belief, an empty something that's not necessarily, it doesn't have truth behind it because the foundation hasn't been laid. The new foundation hasn't been laid. Okay, so we're speaking to here, again, with this healing the past thing, there has to be a foundation first, right? If we are just thinking that we are, it's kind of like, what's that terminology or that metaphor, like throwing something at an empty something. I don't know why that's coming through and why, like, you guys, it's just so important that I can't reiterate this enough. Like, I'm finding myself too much in a tongue-tied, confused, mental whirlwind, trying to even iterate what I'm trying to say to you. And I know that this is, if you've picked this pile and this doesn't resonate, then you're probably like, this is so confusing, even just hearing it. So maybe pick a different pile, but I feel like this is for a very specific 1 or 2 people, and this is going to make so much sense. And even just hearing that might be the thing that is helping you to reassess and ground. And to it, I would say, start there. Don't put pressure on yourself to try and figure it out. It feels like there's so much pressure to try and figure something out when there's not anything at this moment that you need to work on or figure out. More so, it's just literally laying the foundation to how you want to even feel. Like, start with a feeling. What is a good feeling? And let's start from there. What is a good feeling? Just ask yourself, what is a good feeling? Find a good feeling: joy, happiness, hope. Growth can be a good feeling even, but it feels like you've been focused so much on reaching the next step, reaching the next point, helping other people, and not taking the steps and the moment and the time that it takes to integrate the trauma, the shadow work, right? Like, we've heard that term so often, and we think, and nobody really speaks to the work that goes into it on the other side of it. They just speak of shadow work itself. But the other big portion of shadow work is not only going into the depths and meeting that side of ourselves, it's coming back and integrating it into our present truth. And sometimes integration can take weeks, months. Sometimes you'll hit on different versions of yourself that can meet that thing that will also help to integrate it. I think even as I'm talking, I really think you need to breathe through things, speak slowly, slow down the pace of things that you're doing. Pause in the present moment. Really be present. This red garden has it's very etheric at the same time that it feels so Gaia. It feels like this is Gaia at play. And knowing that you are a part of a bigger whole, even though that's your truth, you don't have to, it makes me feel like that's something that you're preaching, but it's causing you to become disconnected from Gaia. And this feels so intense here. This card feels so intense here because it's like, it's really asking you to be nature again. Maybe you really do need to go roll around in the dirt and the soil and just become one with Gaia again. Earth, the element of earth. You have so much support around you: spirit guides, angels, the divine. Your higher self is definitely present with you too. And those energies, being that they're around you all the time, I keep feeling like they're pulling me here. Like, this is just so necessary. It's like taking the moment here, now, present. Oh, wow, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I'm all over the place, and I feel like that's just how your energy has been. And I'm not trying to call you out in that way, like making you feel bad about it at all. I really feel like the message here is to get more in the present and really ground yourself. You are such a light for so many people that it's necessary to pause and reflect. This detachment card is saying that exactly. Like, there's a purity inside of you that comes from being in the present moment and saying, okay, I'm going to be here now, grounding myself in the present now, so that what I offer others comes from a place of truth and not just because I know everything, right? You may know so much, you may be shown so many things, but we can't ignore ourselves. This is a time for you to ask family members, your guides, your angels, friends. This is the time for you to reach out and really ask for support. You know how to do the work. You've been preaching it to other people, and not in a crazy way, but you've definitely been that space for other people, and now is the time for you to receive it, because it's time for you to really step into your truth. There is a time, I'm getting also now too, like, this is a time for you to take the rest that you need, because what's coming up is really the time for you to be able to shine your light and soar so that you can support others. Right now, you're unable to do that in the most authentic way. I know you've been feeling almost disassociated from the messages that you've been giving. It's like you've been giving so much because you know that you have to, and that it is for the highest and greatest good of the collective. But what's happening is you're missing out. It's like you can put everybody in, let's just take like the new earth or whatever. You are pushing everybody into the new earth, but what about yourself? Like, you're doing all this work pushing people there, but you're in the back of the train, right? Like, you're the last one. So you need to really come back into how you're taking care of yourself, because it's going to be really necessary for you here soon. I feel like there's going to be a huge up leveling with that. There's beauty to come with that, but you really have to do the foundational work right now. Come back to the foundational work. Like, you have the foundational work. Like, you know, you're very, very, very in tune. You're very intelligent. You're very, I feel like this pile, compared to the first two, is advanced in that you may even be an old soul, but time and time, like everybody else, we do tend to forget, and that's okay. Like, be gentle with yourself there. Come back to square one. Come back to the basics, right? We need to be able to take care of ourselves so that we can continue to be that light for others that can't. And right now, I also feel a sense of a mentor coming through, somebody that's going to be able to support you, and this could be multiple people, but you just have to ask. You forget that you also are able to ask. You forget that you're human too, right? We can't be the savior all the time. I don't mean to be offensive in any way at all. I just know that you understand that you are powerful. And I know that you hold so many talents and gifts and beauty, and that you are a grounding force for others. But I know that those messages to certain people have been kind of misconstrued lately because you're not grounded. So before this goes any longer, I hope that that makes sense for you, and that the energy can continue to blossom for you, because you really do deserve it, and this world definitely needs your service. So I'm going to leave that there with you, pile number 3. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sending you all my blessings. Take care. Hi, pile number 4. If you chose this pile, you chose this beautiful little green butterfly. And immediately right off the bat, I'm feeling an activation within my chest, specifically the left quadrant, like under the left breast. So I don't know if that's something specific for anybody or maybe something that'll resonate, but as promised, like every other pile, you will get a penny to wish upon and send into the well here. Together, we're going to send an intention, or if you have some sort of blessing or wish that you want to grant yourself, this is going to be for you specifically. Hold this intention for yourself. Allow yourself to receive. And what we understand about the energy of what the well can represent is it only comes true if you believe it to be. So really tune into that whatever you toss into the well, it is going to be, and you're going to receive it because it is through your highest and greatest good. So I'm going to sit a few moments. I'm not going to speak. I'm going to allow you to breathe into what you want to wish, and then together we are going to toss it into the well. Okay, pile number 4. And so it is. Let's dive into your reading. Let's see what we have. Seek. And you actually got 2 of these cards. This is from the Psychic Heart Tarot. Love abounds. It's beautiful. Definitely some heart chakra activation going on here. The Perfect Key. Again, look at these. So much heart energy here. Exceeding expectations. So like mentioned in the intro, I think I need to reiterate for you guys, these cards and the intention of this video has been to tap into what we are transforming and what's coming from our heart center within the collective, because of the energy that the collective has been putting out recently is moving into a frequency of compassion, empathy, and yeah, just a lack of reaction, rather a truth-bearing compassion. And overall, I feel like this pile, if you chose this pile and this green butterfly, that you have been in the understanding of that. I feel also too, you and pile number 3 have a similar energy, and that I think compared to piles 1 and 2, you're a little bit more advanced in your journey, along your journey where you're transforming and what you have been doing within the collective. And I feel like there is a lot of, with this here, I feel drawn to say, like, I feel like you've been unlocking a lot of things for yourself and diving deeper into the heart center specifically. It feels like you've been moving from, like, the work that you've been doing recently has really offered you the opportunity to see what the heart center, the heart chakra really is all about. Pardon me. And that journey is never really easy, especially if you've come from a place of pain and resentment, and even the word neglect is coming to mind. Like I feel like you've also been somebody who has really had to parent yourself here recently, get back into the understanding that you are one with everything, and that everything you need is already within you. So the mothering, the fathering, that energy stems from you, and everything else outside of you is just a reflection of that, right? Like core principles, things that I feel like you've definitely understood for yourself. I think the journey right now has really been inward, and you've been doing a lot of work. And I really want to mention that I feel like you deserve a congratulations. Like, you guys have done so much. I'm getting chills all through my body, you guys. It's so exciting because you've definitely deserved this sense of calm and peace and centered and groundedness. You feel very grounded, you feel centered, you feel very understanding. I feel like you guys are old souls. If you've picked this deck and this the green butterfly, you guys understand that it doesn't, the way to be in the world is not through material gain, not through things that you show others. I'm getting, again, a heart activation. There's something within the left quadrant more so specifically, but something that you have understood. Like, I feel like you guys, if you're not over the age of 30, you definitely have the essence of like your solar return, something a lot wiser for you. I'm getting the third eye activation as well. We have the third eye here too, but there's just something really speaking through nature. Here she is too. I just realized this. She has kind of this thing that looks almost at first glance to be an eye. It looks to me at this exact moment. So a lot of really seeing the bigger picture, and you guys have done the work. You've kind of understood the balance of nature and the things that it takes to really be in the highest version of yourself by also being one with everything. Like, I just feel like you guys have been integrating really, really well. The work that you've been doing, this pile, you guys are, I just, wow. It's very, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, commendable. I don't think that's the word. Like, I feel like I want to look up to you guys. Like, you guys are, you guys, you guys have really set an example for others. I feel like you guys are leaders. I feel you hold space for others. I feel you are a representation, and I feel some of you may even be alone. I feel kind of this, I don't want to say like, because you know you are one with everything, you kind of can teeter on this edge of feeling alone in that, because not a lot of people understand that, and that's okay. But I also feel that bringing you so much comfort and peace, and that's where you reside a lot of the time. Like, just be sure not to tip into that isolation, because I definitely feel that that can be something that triggers you in a way. But know that you are very much seen, and I'm here, and I feel you, and I see you, and know that you also are held too. Like, there's so much beauty that comes with, and it takes a lot of work to get there. And that's where the new earth, this theory of being in the new earth is really headed to. You're just one of the very few first people to really be able to understand. And that's okay. You're a way shower. You are somebody who is leading. You're a lighthouse. And there is a new journey awakening for you. Something that is coming in that you, because of, it's just so powerful, you guys. You guys are so powerful. I feel, oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting chills again. I'm getting the message, like a new spiritual gift, psychic gift, something that is really heightening within you. I think there's a message coming through for you. It could be even in meditation. This could be if you journey into plant medicines, that something is coming through in that as well that might be heightening a psychic gift for you. You can always attain that, or I know you already know this, Pile 4, that you can do those things without medicine or any of those things. You can find it through meditation or breath work, even. Like, there's some sort of experience that is offering you a new gift. Like, there's a gift, something really, really, really that's going to be able to help others as well. Because again, here you are, you're this lighthouse, you're the way shower for others right now. And I think the word contemplation and ingenuity, yeah, those things are definitely coming through. You guys are, you may even be mentoring people. I feel like you're holding space for others. Like I said, like, I feel something has to do with online, like maybe you're going on a spiritual quest and you want to document it, and then like a document series. I feel like it would be worth, I hope that makes sense. Like, I feel like it'd be worth your time to document something. I also feel like writing a book, journaling something down, like, okay, writing a book, or maybe it's a vlog. See, I don't know, something to do with just being like recording and bringing forth information to others. And I absolutely, this exceeding expectations thing, you're absolutely going to be coming into something, a new gift or a spiritual gift or some psychic download that's really going to alter the way, like, that within the collective is going to be so profound, and you're going to be so needed that you won't teeter into that feeling so alone or so isolated as much. It feels like whatever that gift is going to be offering you something, almost like, and it could be just a matter of purpose. This feels like really reinvigorating your sense of purpose, and I feel like that's really predominant. That's one of the main messages here. I feel like you guys have all of your messages from everything that I've mentioned, but aside from that, and it's not because I don't want to continue to communicate with you past this point. It's more so like, I know that you know that we know together as a collective, we're doing this, and you've got so much to look forward to, that your work here is not done. Your work here is not done. So come back in to the collective. Let's get human again for a few. Maybe it's going to take forgetting again. Maybe some part of you needs to forget so that you can come back into the collective for a moment. And I know that's hard to hear. That's hard for me to hear. But maybe that's the thing that helps you assess the next step. Okay? You're powerful. I see you. I feel you. I'm with you. Powerful. If you need anybody to talk to, I'm here. Please reach out. I'm sending you all of my love and attuning to that which you threw into the well as well. So I'm going to leave that here with you, pile number 4, green butterfly, sending you all of my blessings. Until next time.